would you go with a startup? In the 20 years I've been doing this, there have only been 2 successful startups in home.
I think timing has a lot to do with it. I really do.
I mean, you have to have some kind of big faith.
For us, it hands down, it was the people. I mean, Ernie was phenomenal in the beginning, and we had questions and we got honest answers, and when we needed support, it was there. And it was tough. There was times, you want to call somebody on the phone and yell and scream because something isn't right and you can't fix it, you don't know why. But we always got somebody to back us up and help us, find a solution to the problem we had. And that's it for us. I think that was really what the light bulb went off when we met everybody there and we saw the vision. It was the people, the faith in the people and the product.
So, Scott Danis, you'd seen so many companies come and go over 20 years. And had you ever jumped on any of those? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, which is why he said we're going to do something new. I went, oh, Lord. Because, we jumped on several bandwagons, and him being an engineer, I just wanted to go, hell no. Let somebody else do this first, and let's see what happens. But,
It came down to vision. That was a good word for it. I think Will and Eric's vision and the way it was presented to me initially, and seeing the concept, seeing how they planned to take it to market, what they were doing with it, and the fact that they were trying to build it versus just throw it all out there and sell it. And there weren't a lot of companies that I'd seen at that point in my career that really, well, there still aren't, that are trying to build. They were all about getting it to market, getting the sales right away.
Software, taking other hardware.
Exactly.
Everybody was at that time.
Yeah.
And I still think, I've asked that exact question, Julie, to every dealer award ceremony I've ever been to is why did you jump in? And especially like us guys for a long time, back then, think back then 10 years ago, the presentation that Control4 gave was probably the best because everybody was on the Crestron AMX ride.
Yeah.
But all the guys that saw Control4 said, I have a universal touchscreen, non-customizable, which looks the same in every room. It's repetitive. People can get this. They can use it.
Exactly.
The first remote that came out, the version 1 remote, very similar to the, at that time, Time Warner Comcast remote. It's familiar. An on-screen navigator.
On-screen navigator I thought was
Huge. And that was huge. But the biggest thing is Control4 figured out that we need, if we're going to do this, we need our own lighting. Everybody else is failing because we're not doing it. We need our own amplifiers. We need our own. And that was the thing, is you had an all-in-one solution that had the control and then all the little trinkets that we needed at that time. Because nobody was doing big shading unless it was huge jobs or the things you're getting into now, which are really, really common. Back then it was lighting, thermostats, sound, and controlling my AV gear. And then Control4 just came off and did it so well. And every time I ask a dealer, they're like, I looked at it and I was like, they get it. They get what the end user wants, not what I want. Of course I want to program cool touch screens and really awesome GUIs all day long, but that's not what my consumers want.
When you start in the
exactly,
industry,
Control4 got that.
It's an ego thing. Like, I've done this huge project, and as you get in the industry longer, it's more like, I can get it done and not get a call back and make a buck.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.